Hello, good evening, welcome to the All Thursday show. And it's the usual suspects in the house, myself and who am I today? Oh, and Jafcon today. We'll be talking about that one. An amazing match, unlike the Arsenal women's one that didn't happen. And I've got Emerson, Ricky, and of course, our lovely Ryan, who's basically, this is your channel. Thank you very much. And who have we got in the house? Right, we got Luke in Wellingborough Town football support. Right, I'm the worst Northampton Town 23-24 away shirt. Oh, okay, right. We'll come back to that. And BX, hi BX, thank you. Oh, Mr. Bungle, we are blessed, Mr. Bungle, thank you. Right, I thought, I'll tell you something, this really ruined my Sunday. That bloody West Ham game. That ruined my Sunday. And that massive win for the men, I just couldn't really enjoy that. I mean, basically, all I'll say is first half wasn't exactly that thrilling. And then by the second half, we just nosedived completely. I mean, I know Leslie got a goal and all that, but yeah, it was just awful.
Falling off a cliff is an understatement. That's all I'm going to say on that. No, I'm just get my 2 pence on this as well. Like me and Gary, as you know, we did a watch on for both games. We had like an hour and a half between the two by the end of the girls and all that. Like you say, like what the wind did and all that, it took the sting out the tail a bit, but it's still that sour taste of the girls messed up, and it could now cost us the WSL title itself, and it's so frustrating because it's been the story of our season. Because look at the teams this season we've lost against in the league. Liverpool, who are around mid-table this season, them knocked down the road for the first time ever, beating us.
Oh yeah.
And then literally West Ham. Look at the calibre of the clubs. It's not like we're losing to the Man Cities and Chelseas of this league, not the world. Ironically, we've beaten Man City this season. We've beaten Chelsea this season, both at home. Yet it's the smaller teams, all due respect, in this league that we seem to struggle against. And the thing that got me on Sunday, the girls, was the first half wasn't amazing, but it was still good enough. It merited our lead, but we'll merit our lead at half time. And I didn't expect Leah to. I said it at the start of the stream. I didn't expect Leah to play the entire match because it's her first start since the ACL return and all that. I thought she'd get 50, possibly 55 minutes. I thought would have got another 10 instead of what she got in the end. But it just seemed, from my point of view anyway, that the second we took her off at half time, the intensity from the team completely dropped. Everything, all positives we did have, completely went out the window. And then, obviously, they scored that. The penalty that, for me, wasn't a penalty. I don't know about you guys. It wasn't a penalty in the sense of the foul was committed outside the box, just outside the box. And my question wasn't, and that was all happening and watching the replays of Gary, was the fourth official with the flag. That was on her side of the pitch. It wasn't like she was on the other side and there's bodies around her. It's right next to her. So why isn't she calling the ref over and saying, I know you've given a penalty, but this is the angle I saw. I think it's a free kick, not a pen. Instead of just gone ahead of it because the ref's given it, and then from that we just capitulated even more. And then don't get me started on Manu. What she did for that winning goal in the end is the reason why we're looking at Mary Earps, looking to upgrade. And it's all well and good. It's all well and good being nicey, and all. It's all nice for her and all that. Getting a new contract, another year at Arsenal. She cannot continue to be our number one after this season. Come the summer, we need to get Mary or someone with that ilk in.
Totally agree.
Manu's making too many mistakes all of a sudden for whatever reason. I don't understand what it is, but since after the World Cup, no, they didn't. I know she didn't go to the World Cup, but since after the World Cup and everything came back early, she made mistakes in the 2 qualifying games. Effectively, it done us out in the end against Paris. She made a mistake against, I think it's at Liverpool, first game of the season. Chelsea got caught out. We won 4-1, but she got caught out. And then that West Ham was the worst one though, because it's literally the ball into the box wasn't the hardest ball in the world. She could have held on to it. We've seen her do it before. She holds on to that sort of them balls. I don't know what was going through her head for her to think to push with both hands, push it back into the danger zone, and not get back on the line. And I think run towards it. We got.
Yeah.
Instead of standing there.
It's not like she's got a clear path. She had a clear path. There's no one. She had 2 Arsenal players in front of her, 2 other West Ham players, and the defender that scored the goal. And she's thinking she's going to run through them like a train and get the ball before the goal scorer did. She's gone boom, run instead of going, okay, I've messed up, get back on my line and try and prevent this from being worse. It just made the whole situation. We just never recovered from that. Because the second they went 2-1 up, you saw the celebrations as well. That sort of ignited something in the team there. I know we ain't got but to see the way they were celebrating at 2-1 with the former Tottenham manager Skinner, that sort of ignited something in the team, and it didn't ignite nothing. And the irony is, it didn't ignite nothing, but West Ham still put a low block in. The only time we looked somewhat threatening was the last 2 minutes of the game, and by then it's too late because it was hoof in there. It was panic stations, just hoof it in and hope for the best. But let someone else come in. I heard my little rant on that.
No, that's fine. Like I said, it just really spoilt it for me. And I think actually you saying about, I think we're probably all in agreement that Leah really should have come on in the second half.
Yeah.
As opposed to
starting and taking off at half time.
Yeah. I mean, all right, mate. All right, none of us are managers.
They should have played subs.
That's an injury. Well, of course, we've got Sarah now, haven't we? I'd like to see her in action.
Yeah, they should have played her or subs.
Instead of subs is gone now.
Yeah.
I think it was at the start of the season because after the Liverpool game, we had Bristol? No, Man United, sorry, away, and it seemed like he was tempted to switch them out and make Sabrina his number one. But then she came in for that game. She had a couple of clangers in that game. So then he went, no, back to Zinsberger, and he's been back with her ever since. But he's, again, I know it's West Ham, but with all due respect, I don't see Sabrina or the new goalkeeper making that sort of mistake that Manu did. When you consider the new goalkeeper who was just brought in, I can't remember her name now. She's 41 years of age. She's a very experienced veteran goalkeeper on a short-term contract. I'd have more faith in her than Dinsberg at the moment. I don't like doing this. She's got a new contract. She's just gone, oh, well, I'm here for another year. I'll do what I want again. That's just what I'm saying. She cannot. Even though she's got a new contract, and people were saying this at the time was on Twitter and all that, does this mean we're not going for another goalkeeper? No. The fact it's only a year, it's just added. It's trying to keep the value of anything. So come the summer, if we can hopefully touch wood, get a Mary Earps or someone of that ilk in, more long term wise, we can make some money out of Manu either in that summer or in the January window.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, we shall see.
Again, to win the league. For us to win the league at any point in the future, we do need that. That's the weakness in our squad now, in my opinion. But we're stacked in the attack midfield. We've got a fully fit squad. Our defence is now coming back slowly and surely be stacked there. We've got Leah fully fit, and then we've got Laura coming back as well in the next month or so. It's just a matter of getting the goalkeeping situation sorted because Manu's costing us too many points now. This is a goalkeeper that wasn't. Well, don't get me wrong. She's never been world-class, amazing, whatever, but she's been good enough. But we've got to the point now with the squad that good enough isn't good enough, ironically, for her position. She needs to be better. And obviously, I know she's just married. He's got a kid on the way as well in the summer. Is she really that motivated to improve? Also, she's getting a 1-year contract extension.
Yeah.
We need someone. As say, apologies. We do need someone more hungry and that massive. And I keep saying it. Mary is that upgrade. I know we've got Farrell Williams start the season saying, why don't we go for Hannah Hampton? For me, Hannah Hampton, with all due respect, is as good as goalkeeper as she is. She's not an upgrade on what we've already got.
She's gone to Chelsea.
Yeah, she's at Chelsea, but my point was, because obviously she went down the fee, I think, and Farrell Williams was making a big deal at the start of the season. Why didn't they go for her? Because she's not for me, she's not an upgrade on what we have. If Hannah was an upgrade on Manu, then fair enough, cool, I'll be all for it. But she's not. I know she's younger, but she's the same level as Manu, if that makes sense. He's effectively what's in the men, David and Aaron, two similar goalkeepers. There's no upgrade in that. If that makes sense in terms of their goalkeeping abilities. And we need a goalkeeper to keep the ball out in the net. And Mary does that. Hannah's still learning her trade. And don't get me started on Farrell Williams, by the way. Because Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I can't stand it.
She was so even though I had the volume on so low as I could, at number one, I could still hear her. Considering, again, this is BBC, by the way. I'm not digging out the BBC for this at the moment. But Alex Scott, ex-Arsenal, you can tell she's ex-Arsenal. She talks about Arsenal with pride and all that. She'll say how it is if we're going to do anything wrong. But you can tell the Arsenal's in her. And then you had Farrell Williams, ex-Arsenal, worked for us. You wouldn't have a career. You wouldn't think it way she fucking talks about us. Part of the person. You would not think it has any Arsenal connections. The bitterness and the disdain that we were 1-0 up at half time, and trying to pick out any negatives she could on that first up performance. And we had I think it's Ashante, the former Arsenal defender that won the quadruple. Again, you can tell she's ex-Arsenal because of the way she talks and the way she puts herself. She has there's no detain, there's no bitterness. But the one in the middle, Farrell, she's constantly digging Arsenal. It really aggs me. In one way or another, either on the BBC or on a separate podcast, she constantly takes things at the club. The club that created her, that gave her a career. I'm not for it. Yes.
So
yes,
just saying the excellent. Yeah,
the rants have been stewing for what? We're on Thursday, aren't we? For 4 days on this subject.
Sorry, who's this person? Good evening, Brendan.
Comes in every now and then. One of the new.
Good evening. Newbies. Thank you for joining us.
One of the recent newbies.
Yes, but there could be some rants where, Ryan's getting there. He's getting there. Well, I was going to be really angry, Ange, over if we'd not won the match yesterday. But the big buts coming. Yeah, it was called off, and that was 2:30. Did they say it was
3 o'clock? 3 o'clock on the dot.
Yeah, because I was off out and about having a bus journey, and it wasn't when I was coming back home and sitting on the bus, and I suddenly thought to switch my mobile data on, and I thought, oh, okay. And then, of course, later on, we found out, of course, that head and assistant coaches had been sacked.
Bit of a coincidence, that's all I'm saying. I will say this.
Big, mate, and apparently that happened after the game was called off.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Just a bit of a coincidence, yeah? That's pure coincidence.
I bet it was that.
Sorry?
No,
I bet it was that. That's why
of course it was, yeah. And to be fair, what can Arsenal do? They can't say anything.
We can't prove it, can we? We can't prove nothing. No, but I will say this: one of the players, Katie McCabe's ex, who plays on the City Lionesses, was on a podcast earlier, live podcast. So the person we told you about the other week, I can't remember. That week they do this weekly podcast. It was live, and I was in the chat, and I was just like taking subtle jabs straight from the off, like waterlogged in inverted commas and things. They took it personal, by the way. The player and the so-called journalist were taking it very personal. That I was taking in inverted commas waterlogged and things like that. Of course, it was waterlogged. What a coincidence that the waterlogged pitch comes along. By the way, this waterlogged pitch. This is a team in the Championship, by the way, league below us. Yeah, Chelsea played at home yesterday in West London, right? Kingsmeadow. That game went ahead. That's up the road from me in terms of West London wise. Make that one make sense. Because it's both in London, both based in London. One part of London's not getting more rain than the other.
Or they just moved it to Meadow Park.
They could have done. No, it's just pure.
Yeah, it's all silly.
And then 2 hours later, a statement from the club: we've sacked so and so. The head coach and the assistant coach of party company on da 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 da. Come on, you couldn't have done that today and just got it out of the way today. And if it was a separate issue, doing it today or a couple of days later, you wait until the game's been postponed. And Alex says the Irish sisters, yeah. That podcast, when they saw, because they went, at one point, they went, it's going to the chat. Oh, Mr. Arsenal, you're doing it for clicks, you're doing it for trying to get more subs on your channel. No, I'm sorry, I'll call it for what it is. In terms of, it's just weird that you would not see that in any other way. On what was meant to be a game day, the game to be called off, and then within an hour and a half of that game being called off, you're sacking your coach, your head coach and his assistant, and then bringing your goalkeeping coach to take over.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, the goalkeeping coach. Yeah.
On a game day, that's where I'm like, we had it in the group chat last night. We were discussing it last night. Bit coincidental, that isn't it? Yeah, waterlogged pitch. What was it? The referee actually called the game off for. Yeah, you're telling me someone's put, as they say, got the hoses of that and just completely drenched it. Got all the hoses.
Revenge.
Yeah. It's waterlogged.
Well, in a way,
look at this rain. Look at this rain. It's completely soaking, but look at the rain up there. Makes perfect sense of what's hit. Yeah. By the way, you're soaked.
Yeah.
Come on. Jesus.
Yes.
No, dear. Evening, Stefan. Yeah, we know you haven't got a TV license. You tell us that every time we mention the BBC, bless you.
We mentioned the famous BBC, yeah, that comes into play, yeah. We've got John in the chat as well. Big up, John. But yeah, we got over 18 minutes, and most of it would be me ranting about either the Irish duo, our poor performance, or something else. So I'm going to stop now, put myself on mute, and I'll let you take over again. Sorry.
That's all right. Well, actually, Ricky, did you watch the AFCON game yesterday?
No, I was watching the Tottenham and Man City game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I must admit, because I didn't realise it was on BBC Two. Sorry for when it was. So I come in on the second half, and the women's football. Yeah, we have lovely Catherine who updates us basically. But yeah, I don't know. I just suddenly, first time I've ever watched an African match. It was amazing. Shame about South Africa, although they went out dramatically. If that makes sense. Yeah, they went out. I mean, penalties, I enjoy them, but I felt for Pinky. That's all I can say, bless her. I really felt for Pinky. But yeah, they went out dramatically. And of course, the other thing I called out, and I'll say it on there, I've never watched Victor play. I hear a lot of hype about him. Now, I appreciate, no disrespect to the Nigerian team. Oh, let me get Emerson back in. There we go. But I wasn't overly impressed. Am I speaking silly?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry. Elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm just saying about Victor. I wasn't overly impressed.
Victor Osman, for Nigeria. Yeah. For the game itself, he put a shift in, but obviously he would have scored a goal. But he did score a goal. He won the penalty.
He did actually.
He did win the penalty as well. That obviously made him 1-0 up, but he did score a goal out of his own hands, was disallowed when the VAR in the AFCON actually said to the ref, "You need to look at something. You need to double check, make sure this isn't a penalty at the other end." I think you wouldn't have seen the Premier League. If a goal gone in, you weren't seeing it in the Premier League, by the way. Premier League, the referee goes over, looks at the screen, says, "Okay, that goal don't count, penalty," and it just brought that game to life. Then it was a good game. It's probably the best out of the two semi-finals, to be honest. But as you say, South Africa, considering as Pinky said in the group chat, it was like, wasn't expecting to get this far. The fact that we're in the semi-final, we're 1-0 down. I sound defeated, this, that, and the other. The players kept on going to the bitter end. It was just more luck. More luck that Ian Natcher put his penalty in the net in the end, because it was that millimeters away from hitting the post and coming back out again.
Yeah, good match. And sorry, Ricky. So you actually watched the. Was it at home to Tottenham? I don't know. I didn't watch it.
No, it was
Tottenham was at home to Man City.
Yeah, Tottenham. Yeah, at home. Okay.
But it wasn't at the
not at the
men's round.
Yeah, whatever.
Wherever
Wherever they play now, because they used to be down Barnet's.
I think it's East London.
Yeah, I don't know. I read it somewhere, but shows you how much notice.
Brisbane Road.
That's it. That's the one. And what did Man City win it by 1-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, 1-0. Yeah.
Interesting.
It
Nice
was
to
a
see.
bloody good goal, though.
Pardon?
It was a good goal.
Who got the goal?
I can't think of her name.
Don't know that.
Have a look. It wasn't Bunny for once. It wasn't Bunny Shaw for once.
Oh yeah,
It wasn't Bunny Shaw. It was someone with like
the longest name in the world. I don't remember that much.
Oh, okay.
Brown hair or blonde?
Yui Hasegawa.
Oh,
that's what it says.
Wow.
Japanese international.
Yeah,
okay. Right. Okay. Got it. Oh, okay. Well, it was good to see Tottenham get knocked out, but I suppose, mind you, we didn't play that well against Tottenham, did we? So it is what it is. We shall see.
I was shouting for Man City because I like Chloe Kelly and what's his the Greenwood, Alex Greenwood.
Alex Greenwood, yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them in the England squad.
Yeah, in that game, it was Man City going through was a lesser of two evils. Let's be honest. We don't want Tottenham going through, do we? And having a chance of winning something. So
yeah, that is very valid.
The thing is, though, because obviously I don't know. Emerson might know more about this, but because our game was postponed until whenever. What happens about the semi-final draw? Semi-final draw. What happens there? Because how long does that happen now, or we have to wait till our game gets dealt with first?
I think what they would do, they would do the draw regardless of the Arsenal game. I think they would just do the draw. I'm not sure when it's going to be. Either tomorrow, could be even tomorrow or Monday. They'll do the draw, and they stick whoever Arsenal play against once they've know the date of the rearranged match.
Yeah,
that's the way I see it.
Okay, cool. Again, because
it'd be midweek anyway. It'd be midweek, which would be ideal for Arsenal, but it all depends which match they clash against.
What are the odds Arsenal being Man City in the semi-final again? Like was it last year's semi-final as well? Or was it cool?
Something like that.
Yeah, we're constantly. I'm so confused. The year before it was quarterfinals against United. Last year was semi-final. I think it was semi-final against City. We won that.
That's right.
Stina Blackstenius in extra time with the winning goal. And obviously, we're going to play Chelsea. Well, I know it's just going off topic in terms of Arsenal, but Aston Villa v Brighton yesterday, 2-0 on penalty shootout. We weren't the best of penalties, but still. Rachel Daly, she's in trouble as well. She's been suspended for was it how
True.
long? 3 games or something like that. Well,
Yeah,
basically,
but three match ban pending on what they say.
depending on appeal and all that. But basically, during the game, I think it was on the weekend, during the game, off the ball, she basically attacked. From what I can make out from the image of the video, she swings her arm and catches someone in the face. It's deliberate. It's not like she's done it accidentally. She went back around someone, basically pushed them in the face.
Oh.
But the ref didn't see it at the time. No one saw it. It was only because the cameras are there. FA's looked up on it, and they're obviously giving her 3 games suspension pending appeals and all that malarkey.
Mm. Oh.
It's all happening this week. Chelsea winning 5-0 as per usual.
Yeah. Well, who? Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it was Sunderland, though. Let's be honest. With all due respect, the lowest ranked team in the competition still. I think.
Yeah, and she got manager of the month, didn't she? Blasted woman.
I think she's been nominated. I don't know anymore. I know.
Yeah, I'm sure Catherine's. Yeah, I think she got it for January.
I know Viv got goal of the month though, against a goal against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's it.
That.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm glad my vote helped.
Wonder who got manager of the month.
We don't know yet, Ricky.
Oh.
Not officially been confirmed yet.
Because I know I voted for Jonas.
Well, I don't think it'll be him, basically. Sadly, I don't think it'll be him.
Last week. I think Emma Hayes will win it again, yet again. Yeah. That's all. She'll win it again.
Literally, she could have an entire month of. She could go for an entire month of not winning a game, and she'll still win it because it's her last season.
Yeah, of course. I saw your message. It'd be lovely if we could get Pinky on, actually, but I'll just talk and she might suddenly appear. Right, the next game for the women is FA Cup. Now that I didn't even think about this. That's on at 12:30, and then of course 2 p.m. It's the men, isn't it? So is this another double watch along, Ryan?
2 games in one stream, yeah.
Yeah. That only dawned on me today.
And then I've got that. I've been asked to do the AFCON final and do a Super Bowl. I'm going to be dead by Monday morning.
You're a glutton for punishment. You really are. Wow.
Well, give the people what they want, apparently.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so I'm just going to briefly say about, well, if I don't postpone that one and all. Right, no, they won't.
Oh, you watch. You said it now.
Yeah, I'm cursed now. Sorry, folks. But right, it's at Meadow Park, BBC 2, 12:30. Of course, yeah. Join Ryan in the watch along, and actually, I'm getting a bit paranoid now because I get all excited when I can watch a match on TV. And after last Sunday, I think I'd rather have had it on FA Player or something and just watch it on a little screen. But we shall see. No, I've got every faith in our girls. And hopefully Jonas will get the tactics right. But I think, I'm sure.
Like I said earlier, we've beaten Man City already this season at Meadow Park. So we seem to have their number. This squad seems to have Man City's number at home. So our home record with Man City's not been that bad, actually, all things considered.
So hopefully. Yeah. And it is the FA Cup. Right, and then you've got the men on at 2 o'clock. They're on Sky. Who are they playing? West Ham?
Away to West Ham, yeah. Declan Rice is proper return, basically.
Okay.
I know he played a cameo in the League Cup, but this will be proper return start from the start as well. That'd be fun.
That'd be an
interesting there. Oh dear! It'd just be typical of the men to beat Liverpool like they did last week, so comfortably in the way we did, to then go to West Ham and get ruined that way over there. Like, you know what's coming. Like, seriously, no. But
that's just what's scaring me about the women now. They're starting to do a little bit what the men do. You know, they'll have some real great wins and then they have rubbish weeks. Yes.
Yeah.
A bit
And
concerned
what?
about that.
And you had what was it? I can't remember his name. What was it? I was going to say this last year, the fixtures were West Ham, Liverpool away, West Ham away, yeah, and that was them two. It was them two fixtures back to back in the Premier League that basically condemned Arsenal in their title race. It was a start of the end, basically, of the falling away for the title. And obviously this season, a bit early on in the season now, it's Liverpool at home, West Ham away, back to one after the other. It's like you're trying to test the resolve, basically, of our mental health. There's hopefully, obviously, as I say, with that though, obviously last year it was a 2-2 draw, with respect to the two games. We obviously won last week 3-1. If we win on Sunday 3-1, I'm happy. Oh, I win in general, I'll be happy. But it shows that the players are not using having that mental block from last year in certain games, and they are using it in a positive sense and pushing on. Because we've got to be beaten for the men to be wanting to win league titles. They need to be going to the likes of West Ham and winning.
Mm.
And if we can nick points of our rivals in between it, in terms of Man City and Liverpool, fantastic. But in the meantime, beat the teams we should be beating. Because ironically, if we've beaten West Ham at the Emirates and beaten Fulham, we'll be top now as we speak. Right here, right now as we speak, we'll be 2 points off it now, so we would be 4 points clear if we've beaten West Ham and Fulham, and obviously the results since then had still transpired. We'd be 4 points clear, top of the league, with Man City having a game in hand over us. So it's all to play for, and people still. What I find, I know we're going off topic because I know we meant to focus on the girls and all that, but what I find ironic this week with the men thing was this over celebrating monarchy yet again. From Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville, and Sky Sports lot, and Richard Keys talking about class. The least classy person in the world, by the way, Richard Keys. Let's not go there on that one. If you know, you know. We sort of touched on it on Monday's podcast. Old Richard Keys, and he's shenanigans. So he's saying his behaviour. He's a lack of class himself. But I'm sick. I'm sick of Arsenal being held to a different account to everyone else. And it wasn't even for me. The celebrating wasn't that bad actually. For me, the celebrating was tame, considering we just beat a rival on our turf compared to previous seasons, like last year and all. It's very tame. Players are happy, hugging each other, high fiving each other. Odegaard meets up, is applauding the fans, thanking them like he always does as a captain. He bumps into Stuart and says, "Right, you're not," because obviously Stuart McFarlane, if anyone doesn't know, he's a massive Arsenal fan. So, and he's got that relationship with these players, and he's like, "Mike's on. Give me one of your cameras. Get over the north, push over to the North Bank. We take a photo. It's a moment into memory we want to look back on, maybe." And I've had a bit of a laugh with him. And Jamie Carragher, salty Rebels FC, get back down the tunnel. It's only 3 points. Like, behave yourself. Let them enjoy the moment. If that was Liverpool, nothing would be said of it.
Well, nobody said anything.
If that was Man United, nothing said of it. Tottenham, literally, what was it? Start of the season, they played Sheffield United at home. And they were 1-0 down in the 90th minute. They ended up winning 2-1. And they were celebrating that they'd won an actual trophy. The way they were like keeping up. That's over celebrating. What we did on Sunday was nothing. It was just being happy for to win. And just belief that we got that mental block off of us basically over Klopp.
Oh, him and Neville, just sour face, whatever. Take all the fun out of everything. Next.
Oh, because it's Arsenal, isn't it? That's the thing. Jamie Carragher didn't amount to, in terms of domestically, amounted to nothing in his career. Let's be honest. He never won a league title. The only reason he won an FA Cup and a League Cup was because of Gerrard and Owen and Bobby Fowler and players like that. Nothing to do with him and his abilities. The Champions League, he only got the Champions League winners medal because of Gerrard inspiring his team to do what they did. He was a bang average defender, playing for a team, the second biggest team currently in England. And because he's Liverpool, and got Gary Neville was Man United, Sky jumped on it, and ever since then, just rode that horse basically. This is a guy, by the way, since being hired by Sky, as has been mentioned by Stefan. After Man United beat Liverpool at Old Trafford a few years back, was being taunted by a Man United fan on the way out of there, and his response was to gob towards that car where was a little girl in the passenger seat.
Mm.
He was suspended for 6 months and brought back in like nothing had ever happened. So this is the whole narrative of Arsenal classless, Arsenal this. Take a look at yourselves before you come at us, because that really aggs me. The double standards from certain people, especially them people that don't have class themselves. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, they just killed
This
yours.
is too much podcast so far. Me ranting so far.
Let it out. Sorry, Mr. Tommy's saying Rachel Daly is innocent.
The video it says different.
Not actually, but there you go. And I know there was me saying the other week as a lioness, I was quite a fan, but okay. Perhaps just having a bad day. Well, quite a bad day, yeah. No, she shouldn't really be doing things like that. Bless. Early doors football. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Oh, she has been framed for being a Leeds fan. Oh, Mr. Thomas.
That's why he's defending her. No other reason.
Yeah, that's it. Oh dear. That's so funny. What book are you reading, Catherine?
Oh dear.
Was that Alex? There's a new member.
Yeah, he's paid for a membership by the looks of it. So welcome, man. Well, whatever one you picked, thank you very much, and really appreciate it. Helps out the channel a bit more.
We got the silver one. Good evening.
Silver one, yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, Hawkwood, here he is. Bless. Gosh.
Well, there you go. A House of Flame and Shadow.
Okay. Gosh, I have to look that out. Should look it up. Okay, right. So we've covered all of that. Emerson, is there a match on tomorrow? Is it being streamed on?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Regarding the academy, they did have a match last week under 18s. They played Man United away in the Premier League Cup for the under 18s. They lost 4-2 after extra time. Considering they were 1-0 down at half time, made it 2-1 halfway through the second half, conceded a late equaliser to make it 2-2, and then they just ran out of steam in extra time and they lost 4-2. And as I said, the under-21s are playing at Bournemouth tomorrow against Leeds United. It will be streamed live, I believe, on Arsenal.com. So for those who watch this podcast, feel free. And if you're an Arsenal member, you may have to be an Arsenal member to watch this match. There's no other way. I think you can watch the match tomorrow. So unless you watch Ryan's watch along, of which here I have the TV pictures from Bournemouth. Touch wood, the match will go ahead due to the rain we had this afternoon, and sometime tonight they said there's going to be some heavy rain forecast. So, and the kickoff's at 7 p.m. and admission is free of charge for any fans who want to go along to Bournemouth tomorrow evening, of which I will be there in person, doing like that, doing my usual stuff at the ground, talking to friends, fans, and anyone afterwards. But as I said, I've looked at the various football inside the groups, not groups, I should say, various links on Arsenal. They're saying that the academy coach Mehmet Ali is going to have a headache of selection of who to pick for this match tomorrow, because unfortunately he's got few left A couple went on, about 2 or 3 went on loan, and like that. So it'd be interesting to see what the lineup's going to be tomorrow evening against Leeds United. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure Mr. Tom will look forward to it when Ryan does his, if Ryan's doing a watch along for that match, especially for him.
Yeah,
I'd love to see.
Who you are now, Ryan?
I'd love to see you, Ryan, do a special podcast for Mr. Tom.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, if the game's going ahead for definite, I'll say everything.
Yeah, definitely. But pending what overnight rain we get at Bournemouth, but I should know roughly around about 2 or 3 o'clock if that match is going to go ahead. If not, I'll just ring the training ground and find out if the match is going ahead, unless they put it on the website before. But it should go ahead in a way like that. So Bournemouth has got one of the best non-league grounds as well. So and they've got Arsenal staff that are on their ground, on their ground staff. So hopefully they should get up and running, because Bournemouth are playing on Saturday, and obviously the ladies' match is on the Sunday. So it's going to be used 3 times in the space of 3 days, which is very unusual. Normally they separate it by 1 day, recover and things like that, and then they play the next day, and so on and so on. So I'll be there. As I said, I'll give team news from the other groups that I'm on tomorrow and things like that. And I'll try and give you the attendance whilst the match is going ahead and like that. If not, I'll mention it in the WhatsApp group when I get home, because normally I'll get that an hour after the match what the attendance is going to be. So that's all I can say regarding the academy, as I said. And then they've got another match, home match next Friday as well, back to back.
Okay.
So they are. And then they've got a couple of away matches, then a couple of home matches as well. Obviously they're not in next phase of that Champions League for the youth. So it be this continuously. Like that. So he's going to mix up with some of the under 18s who didn't get a game last Saturday, because the under 18s are not playing a game this weekend. And that's basically it. That's the roundup for the academy side. And as I said, I'm just no news on anything. So regarding other things, but I can't say. I'm not going to say on here. I'm not going to say anything on here. I'm not going to say anything on here or other thing, because I got one question from another Arsenal group that I'm on today. He's asked me, "Can I say anything?" I said no. So what stays internal stays internal.
No, exactly. Again, you know us by now. We wouldn't expect you to say anything anyway until it's officially confirmed. And then once it's officially confirmed, either way, we could have that. We could have that discussion if you wanted to. But until then, because anything can happen in negotiations, anything can happen in negotiations. So
that's it. You
don't want to say one thing that completely devours everything or whatever.
And that's it. So
yeah.
So
that's
all I can do.
So Alex is saying in the chat, take Jack's under 18 squad to the under 21s tomorrow if they're not playing.
No, they haven't got a game this weekend. So unless they bring a match forward, which they should have announced it on the website by now or on Flash Score or Live Score, but nothing regarding under 18s this Saturday. It's only the under 21s that are playing this weekend, and as I said, it's going to be a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Something like that. So thing like that. I've got a rough idea who's going to be in goal. Thing like that. So thing like that. It's just a matter who. Well, I know who the captain's going to be, and just a matter who the other 3 or 4 players that I should be playing tomorrow, because none of them went on loan on last Thursday on the deadline. Only the 3 that we saw. 2 were late on, and one was nearly, but as I said, it was left late.
Yeah, too late for it to be dealt with in the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, either way, whatever team we put out tomorrow will beat Leeds easily, so it's all good.
Yeah. So, all I can say to Mr. Tom, the numbers to look out for if you listen to this podcast are 7, 10, 8, and possibly number 6. They're the numbers to look out for. Like that. So I won't say who's got those numbers because the academy don't have squad numbers. So they're the numbers you got to look out for. For Leeds, I haven't got a clue. Hoping it's not going to be that striker who played the other night in that cup match against Plymouth, which I can't see that happening because they couldn't play him 2 matches in the space of 2 days. He'd be knackered. So like that. So I don't think he'll play, but you never know. You never know.
Got a question from Alex here for you, Emerson. He says, Emerson, is it true that Arsenal, with the help of Schroeder, the new training ground sponsorship that we have now, between them, the group that the sponsorship and Arsenal are looking for a ground for us? I heard that as a rumor though.
I think from what I've heard over the season, they said the contract could be up either at the end of this season or next season at Bournemouth. So they could be on the move to look for another ground. My guess, it could be Barnett's one, where Barnett played their new one, because where Tottenham played their first season. Yeah, I love it. That could be one potential top place to be played, because that can get a big crowd as well at that ground as well, regardless. And the other one, I'm not sure Finchley and Wingate would be ideal for Arsenal, because that big thing that's a non-league ground, and the pitch on that, we don't know what the state of the pitch is going to be for that one. So, or or they might renew the contract at Bournemouth and stay there. So you have to just say, watch this space in the next at the end of the season or the season after next. So that's the answer to that question.
That's cool.
Yeah, sorry, this chat has gone very random, totally off topic of football, but hey, whatever.
Tom's keeping it. I'm hoping he is anyway. It says Eminent's scared of Mateo Joseph. Well,
Leeds will be scared of the number 7. That's all I can say. This answer that question. Watch out for the number 7, Mr. Tom.
Oh, we will be up.
Thank you. Yes, it is an Arsenal channel. Thank you.
Yeah.
We know what Ethan. We know what Ethan and Miles can do. So they're like that. So they're the other 2 players to watch.
Yeah, he says he's never been scared of number 7. Well, we'll see. Come tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll see, Tom. Yeah. Watch this space tomorrow, Tom.
We'll be having hot sweat in 24 hours' time over number 7.
Come on, Mike.
Look after the Moggies. Yeah, we always look after the Moggies. No animal.
And also, Ricky, before we go, or you can say thanks for your mum and Henry for allowing me to watch the match last Sunday. I think your mum thoroughly enjoyed my company as well last Sunday. We had a great time, especially that picture of Lee Dixon in the lift, which wasn't pre-planned. So we only saw him going in the lift going up to the commentary box to the match, because he had a crutch because he had a knee operation as well. So, so all I can say with you, thank your mum and your brother Henry, being like that. And it was a good seat as well, thing like that. So don't get me wrong, it was a good seat that me and Ricky's mum sat together. Obviously, her brother Henry, he sat somewhere else. But we
Oh,
all
okay.
met up afterwards. We all met up afterwards, and then we went our separate ways once we got to the media entrance. And like that, so it was a thing. It was a good thing like that. Although my heart thing was boom, 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 boom thing during the match, but I managed to calm down as the match ended anyway. So
I got scared because I didn't want to sit up right up the top.
well, it wasn't a really bad seat because when you come out from the concourse to where the seating area is, it was literally the last row on that front part of the
But
upper tier.
I get scared if we're
Yeah,
wrong.
but we went by lift up to the thing. We went by the media entrance that way, everything like that, to get in, everything like that. So that's the way I said to your mum that we go through the media entrance because it'd be easier. Save me climbing the stairs to get to the concourse bit, and then once we get into the turnstiles, we think because in that way we only got searched once, and that was it. Well, I only had a bag, and your mum had a bag. She had a bag of sweets and a drink, and like that. So
Yeah, but I
managed to get some.
I don't like heights.
Oh, okay, don't worry. Well, it's the luck of gods what they gave the tickets they give your mum.
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't want to go because it was high.
Because I know your mum was a bit eggy about the thing because she was waiting for the special thing they get for partially sighted people, the headset thing, and like that. But she got that eventually though. She got that eventually, and like that. So and like that. And she was more listening to that commentary than listen to what I was saying to her because I was giving her one commentary in the thing on her left side because she was sitting to my left as I was sitting in like that. So we had a good time, and she met some fans who she saw before. So and like that. So. And we all had a great time as well. So
Brilliant.
I had the fans in stitches with my famous bag, but I wasn't going to say what was in the bag until anything happened. So
just in case.
Oh, good.
Like that. So.
Sorry, is Liam's show started now? Do we?
I can double check what time it starts, but I don't think it started yet. It starts soon though. Double check.
I saw something come up.
I think he's just getting the links out for.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll wrap this one up soon anyway.
Ryan, can you send me the link to that in the group chat so I can listen to it on YouTube later?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you in a minute. Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, thank you.
And I'd just like a quick mention for young Michelle. Came on at the 68th minute, scored twice. Watford's 2-0 win.
Had a birthday this week
yes.
as well, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. Was it yesterday? Today. I don't know. Yeah, I saw something. Yeah.
Yesterday or the day before. Yeah. Yesterday or the day before.
So I
think
you should bring her on a bit earlier, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I saw the goals of that on this thing called the Championship on Sky Sports earlier because they showed best of the highlights of the goals in like that because they showed Daniel Carter missing a penalty for London City Line as well last weekend. So in like that, so that tells you how she went from Arsenal, the various clubs that she signed for, and then thing like that to where she is now. So I'm not going to say anything more, but as I said, like that. So if Arsenal did play that game yesterday, I'm sure Arsenal won't win that by a cricket score.
It was the
might concede.
Michelle's
again? Yeah, we said that, Ricky.
The 3rd of February.
Yeah, we said that.
Yeah.
No, you didn't know what date it was.
Yeah. So that was last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the link. I've just put the link in as well for Liam's show.
Thanks. Thank you.
Otherwise, what's up as well?
I just read that last comic book Tom said. He said I'm running scared of their young men. Tom, if you listen to this, Arsenal thing are unbeaten at home. They haven't lost a match at home this season. We've only lost 2 matches away, which were Nottingham Forest against Wolves as well. So I can't see him losing against Leeds because it'd be the first time, as far as I know of, that we've played each other in this level of football. So I'm not running scared. So thing like that. So I may ask you a favour on Sunday, both in the ladies and in the men's match, but I don't think you're going to do it because I did ask the other night, but as I said, I think you declined the offer because, as I said, Ryan said it might make you bankrupt. So because we've all looked, those who take part in that sort of thing, that coins game. Because you've got there now 200,000. What's 5,000 to you? Nothing.
Yeah,
just
literally
keep
for him,
the mental note of it all. Just keep the mental note of it all. When the time's right, come to her. She'll look after all your monies. Don't you worry about that. And Colonel, good evening. Yeah, I found God in good news. Well, that's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
You said he did decline it.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been a good gesture, Tom, to give us 5,000 each. So because we did support Leeds the other night. So
yeah, we did actually.
Yeah.
Sort of. Yeah.
So,
Well, I got a bit bored and fell asleep in the end.
well, this is the big question. For the next round, obviously Chelsea went through last night 3-1 in the end. It was so the game was so poor from Villa. They were appalling. After it went 1-0, they just gave up. And went for the motions they did. But next round, it's Chelsea versus these at the Bridge. If Chelsea win and go through to the quarterfinals, our game against Chelsea in the league will then be postponed and moved to a later date. So, do we want Leeds to go through, or do we suck it up and let Chelsea have a day in the quarterfinals? Either way, we're beating Chelsea. It's just delaying the inevitable.
We'll wait near to the time, Ryan. We'll wait near to the time. A week before, then you can decide if you're going to do a watch along or not for Mr. Tom.
There's that as well. Let's see if it gets picked first on the TV. I mean, historically,
That's true.
It should be.
I'm sure it will be.
Because of the history between the two clubs, it should do. If you know FA Cup history between Leeds and Chelsea, that should be that. BBC should be jumping on that.
Evening, Ross.
Yeah, Ross is in the chat. Well, there we go. Alex says Gabi Jesus is fit to play against West Ham. Yeah, I think that whatever was last week, I don't think it was nothing major. It's just probably a little niggle or something. Probably just a little niggle or something. They did precautionary. They didn't want to risk it. It's such a big game.
Because it was at the team hotels, everybody knows anyway. Because if you saw that video going around, he was at the team hotel. But as I said, once they got to the ground, he went from the dressing room area to the thing to his box in the stand, and that's where he remained with his family and friends. Yeah,
and this is the thing because what do I think now? I was live. I think the girls when the girls are playing and all that. And obviously, that video was coming through, doing the rounds, and I basically showed it to everyone on here. The video and the photo of him with his teammates at the hotel and all that, leaving the hotel to get into the bus and all that. And I'm just like, just goes to prove that people that certain in the knows that trying to be in the knows and not on Twitter and all that, especially the ones that have been caught out by ex-players now for.
I know the person you're on about, Ryan. So don't worry. I won't say her name, but I know who she is anyway.
Yeah,
nothing like that. So
not going to cause any trouble, but I'm just saying that people like that because they got caught out and they're trying to make a comeback and trying to be in the know. Please stop, because unless you have 100% information, not 100%, you got the information, you're 100% got it. Don't, because you make yourself look you made yourself look like an idiot yet again. And
if I was going to go there, I'd just do a private WhatsApp to you I won't do
Yeah.
it in the group one. I just do it like, you know, there was one time I think I'd done it, and I told you in a private WhatsApp, say, this is the 19-man team that were picked.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, back in
You know,
start,
and also, go on.
I was saying, I think that was at the start of the season. I think was it the Fulham game or the second home game? One of the two. Oh, it might have been Monaco. It might have even been Monaco, the pre-season game at the Emirates with Jesus and all that. But yeah. Anyway, go on.
And also, we can congratulate Urien Timber for making the Champions League squad as well.
Yeah.
And if you notice, there's only one. Well, I won't say he's an academy player, but not one academy player was picked for that squad. So whatever happens between now and the Porto game, I'm sure they can pick someone from the B team to step up to come into the squad. But we'll just have to wait and see between now and the Porto game, because no one's talking about Porto. You know, about how their league form's getting on, how they're doing in their league. Because at one time it was on Sky, on TNT Sport, where you could watch their league. But for some reason this season, there's no Portuguese league. All you got is the French and the Italian league. Yeah, like that. But I ain't bothered anyway. Something like that. So
no, it might just be because it's new. Maybe because it's been rebranded as TNT. It might just be a season where they're trying to get all the new deals and under the new brand and all that. It might be next season onwards. I'm not saying I don't know myself, but it could be that. Or it could just be Sky, what Sky did about 10 years ago now. Sky got the rights to the Udinese and had it for like 2 seasons and then scrapped it for no reason.
Yeah,
and Sky had the rights to the La Liga, and then they for no reason they got rid of that. And ITV have that, and ITV show it once in a blue moon, like decent games anyway.
I just was reading that comment what just came up on the chat as well. what Tom's just said, Arsenal saying we're doing a rain darts for the match to be called off tomorrow. No chance. No chance.
There'll be breaking news. Random news fan in the middle of the Bournemouth pitch doing a rain dance.
Yeah.
If the match does go ahead, I always get there roughly around about 5:30 to about 5:45, roughly. Because the turnstiles don't open to about 6 anyway, so so I'll know in advance, as I said, roughly around about say between 2 and 3 if the matches can go ahead, and like that. So because all they've got is they've nominated the referee for the match already, so he'll have the final word to say if that matches can go ahead tomorrow or not.
Yeah. Catherine says between the waterlogged pitch and the sacking of their London City Lionesses head coach and assistant, and the upcoming fixtures, I wouldn't be surprised if they had us playing against London City in between the United and Chelsea games. Even if that's the case, I mean, with all due respect, London City are struggling this season in the Championship, by the way. They're in a relegation scrap, from what I've heard. We could literally put our second team out on that game, and I'm still confident we'll batter them. Even though it's sort of I know it's a London derby of sorts, and there's a bit of a rivalry between Katie's now ex, and obviously that whole situation now, and all that. But I just think was too strong. We're still, even with our second team, was too strong for them, and that's going to upset her and her best friend, her Irish mate, as well. But I don't care. I really don't care. They can't plead, oh, woe is us, but when they get called out for their behaviour towards Katie, then plead, oh, we're the victims. You can't take a joke. Go away. When certain situations happen, like you did the other week with Katie, in terms of that random person behind that corner flag taking multiple random photos of her backside, and you're then literally a few days later making a joke about it at Katie's expense, what do you expect to happen? When you get backlash for that, you plead the victim card. No. Oh, we can't take a bit of banter. No. It's not about it doing
No, it's
that.
not banter. It's not banter at all.
It's about putting personal issues to a side for a moment and standing up for your fellow woman in this case,
Mm.
and the women's sport in general that you so claim to love and admire. Anyway, Tom then goes on to say they saw how Leeds handled the monsoon, Jesus Christ, it was as well, in Plymouth, and thought we needed to do something about this. I think it'll never be that bad down in London, trust me. If it was that bad, the game won't go ahead. But especially with all due respect to Bournemouth, the ground as good as it is, health and safety wise for the fans wouldn't be ideal because it was with the location of where the ground is and all that. Kind of like how they screwed us over last year with the league game that injured Leo, against Man United was moved ahead of. Yeah, that was weird. How I remember that. Yeah, our game against Man United was meant to take place before the first leg, I think it was, of the Champions League. One of the two, first or second leg. It's in either way. Yeah, our game got moved for no reason. Considering our first leg was after Chelsea's first leg, our game got moved to a later date, so we got prepared for our game. Their game didn't get moved, and then they slapped the Arsenal Man United game the week. I'm trying to think now. But yeah, the week after. The week after the Man United, the first leg, basically between the first and the second, instead of having it before, they slapped it in between, which then caused Leo to get her injury, which is fantastic. Yeah, could have been a different outcome in the end. We had Leo in that second leg, but oh dear.
Oh well. Oh, there you go. If it rains like it did in Plymouth, at least Emerson will be able to swim home. Can you swim?
Yep.
That's
yes.
good. I can't.
It'd be a long swim home from there. 8 miles altogether. 8 miles altogether.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, I suppose it is actually a really good match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to remember, but Bournemouth's middle of nowhere. But in terms of the location, where the stadium is, it's middle of nowhere, really. It's literally next. It's a 5-minute walk. It's a 5-minute walk away from where EastEnders is filmed.
That's right.
Literally
and all other shows on BBC or ITV.
Yeah. And Holby used to be filmed there as well before it got cancelled.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the early days of Holby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told me. Hang on. Right, guys, shall we round it up?
Yep.
Thank you so much to everybody in the chat, as always. Truly appreciate it. Sorry, we didn't have a lot of news, but weren't really our fault that the game got cancelled by silly London City Lionesses, but there you go.
I mean, considering literally the first half hour is pretty much me ranting about Sunday or this or that or the other.
Yeah.
We've squeezed over an hour out of the show, so
yeah,
we're still getting that hour's content. But a big part of it, not a big part, a chunk of it is me just going, yeah.
That's all right, Ryan. You needed to do that, and also I'm a bit lurgy-fied and just trying to fight off a sneeze.
Yeah, apparently they said it's they're playing on Valentine's Day.
Is that confirmed? Is it? Is that confirmed, or is it rumour?
I don't know.
We'll have a look.
Can we have a quick look before we go? Sorry, one second.
What day is
it? Valentine's is next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Next Wednesday. Okay.
Let me have a look. Right. Just type in London City first. Get their Twitter page up. London's.
Alex, I don't know what a blue card is. What's a blue card, Emerson?
Oh, yeah, this. I'll get into that in a second. One sec.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
I'll
let Ryan explain that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. How long have you got, basically?
2 minutes.
The first off, the Conti Cup semi-final draw will be made tomorrow. Tomorrow, live on the BBC News Sports show at 6:30, like the quarter-final draw was basically. But
okay, right.
So you can watch it on TV, but you've got to have it on the BBC News channel at 6:30 as they start their
yeah,
sport.
okay.
Right, here we go. Having a look. London City Lionesses wise have said nothing on the actual fixture rearrangement. Today is the 8th, isn't it? Today. So yeah, nothing. So on their Twitter page, nothing. Look at Arsenal one sec. Arsenal women.
You're going to be my fan child.
Nothing. Nothing's been officially confirmed by either club. There's
Just
rumour.
burger again. Cheers, mate. So
there is rumour, but nothing confirmed.
Right.
Nothing
Okay.
officially confirmed by either club.
Yeah, but just imagine if it was though.
I mean, considering the situation between our Katie and her ex and that whole situation, and obviously Caitlin Ford as well. Yeah, just timing would be.
Good. Yeah, sorry, I'm with it. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Sorry, can I just quickly call this out? Are Katie and Caitlin an item now?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they basically have been for a while. Just that they don't broadcast it.
It's just that because I do Instagram and all that, I have seen photos that I think, yeah, okay, get that, yeah, get that.
And I think I get the impression,
Big
based on the ex who I referred to earlier, was on the podcast with the Irish one I was mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
Based on how she behaves and how she has behaved because Australia played Ireland in the World Cup, remember? And it was this player for Ireland, Katie's ex, got in a scrap with Caitlin on the middle of the pitch, went in 2-footed and wanted to basically kick lumps out of her, basically. And it was around back then when the rumours of Katie and Caitlin being together was emerging.
Right.
But I get the impression Katie did. I'm getting the impression Katie did the dumping in the first place because of how her ex is behaving.
Yes, that's right.
Since then, during the World Cup and since, and the little digs at Arsenal and Katie herself and others and this, that, and the other. I get that impression.
It was Katie who done it.
Yeah, I get that. I get the impression it was because of how the ex is behaving since.
Yeah,
they broke up. Even before Kate and Katie could have been a thing and all that. I get that impression. But again, amongst all this,
fall in love with.
Well, it's not. There's that as well, but it's also the fact of there must have been a reason for Katie to be the one that make that decision to dump her ex in the first place. The relationship itself must have been. I don't know the details.
It wasn't working.
It must have been bad for her to then say enough's enough, done. She's then obviously moved on. She's with someone else now. It happens to be her teammate at Arsenal or whatever.
Just move on.
And but throughout all this, Kate has been she's been doing her bit to keep everything private. It's the ex being publicly taking pics. And that shows the class of Katie and the lack of class from her ex.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really care if this gets to that ex's fangirls or fanboys, whatever, and they come at me. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm going by what I see. One's acting with class and dignity and not putting out all the information out there, making a big deal out of it, and someone else is.
Yeah, Russ, I hear what you're saying, but you don't have this in men's football. But yeah, all right, let's be blunt. There are certain players who are probably gay and we will not know about till probably after they've finished their playing career. To start with.
I will say this, Russ. You say this about would have this in men's football. We've recently learned that Carl Walker is a dirty playing away bastard.
Oh God, yeah. Can't keep it in his pants, yeah. Seriously.
Oh, he literally had an affair, fathered kids with the person he had an affair with for years, and then got caught out and went, I'm sorry. That was it. Sorry, I got caught out. So it swings and roundabouts. Yes, you don't have the bitchiness and all that, but you have the cheating scumbag like Kyle Walker, the things you can get away with because of who he is.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think I'll read
Anyway,
that.
moving on.
Yeah, let's just move
Moving on
along.
to that. Moving on to the blue card.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
The blue card. Yeah, yeah. Well, basically, knowing rugby, I don't know if do you watch rugby, Ange? Like rugby league or rugby union?
No.
Well, basically, there's a thing called sin bin. So basically, in rugby, if you get given a yellow card,
Yeah.
that's the signal from the ref to say you're off the pitch now for 10 minutes to cool down, collect yourself, and come back on. But if you get double yellow or straight red, you're off then. But the first yellow is your sin bin, your 10-minute cool down, basically your warning, if you will, to sort yourself out. Now, apparently, the powers that be want to bring in a similar setup in football. They've been starting at grassroots, but instead of being a yellow card, it'll be a blue card, and it'll be aimed at basically dissent and tactical fouls. So if you make a tactical foul, like we saw a few years ago with Chiellini in the Euro final against Saka, where you got things like that, you'll be given a blue card for 10. You're off on the sidelines for 10 minutes to sort yourself out.
Right.
Which is, when you think about it, this is at grassroots currently. They're seeing how it works at grassroots and working its way up into the more professional leagues as it goes. If this becomes a thing and they try it in the Premier League, how much of a disaster will it be when you consider the referees we currently got, the officials we currently got with the VAR as well, are making a mess of things as it is. If you then add this into the equation, this blue card thing, it's going to be 10 times worse. And if the Sky reporter was asked, what determines the dissent in this, that, and the other? And he basically came out and the reporter was like, well, it depends on the referee. It depends on his discretion. So it's no better than what it currently says. There's no set rules in place of what is definitely a law, in terms of the law, will be classed as dissent. It's just what the ref on the day believes is dissent, which is no different to what it is now. It's a disaster. He won't get fired. Hopefully, he doesn't get fired. It sounds like a disaster. Certain things in certain sports should stay in certain sports, and I think the sin binning works in rugby for a reason, because it's as simplified as it is. If you get one yellow card, you're off for 10 minutes, and it's boom, you're back on, and that's it. If you get second yellow, like we saw last week in the Six Nations, you then, because it's the second one, you've been warned already, you're off, or you might even get a straight red, depending on the situation, obviously, or your challenge or whatever, your behaviour. But it's because it's simple then. But you don't. That's something that wouldn't work in football for so many reasons. If you want to punish dissent and tactical fouls and things like that, you've got a yellow card system in place. Dissent-wise, you can punish players afterwards. If you don't punish them in the game, you can punish them afterwards for dissent. That's the whole point of the setup that they have. It's just a disaster waiting to happen, and it's something that wouldn't work. I don't think it would work myself, but other people might have different opinions. But I just don't think it would work in the sport of football, because there's already a system in place for dissent, for tactical fouls, and all that. You don't have to overcomplicate it.
It's not me, Russ. I'm not bleeping, mate.
Not me either.
Me neither.
But yeah, So basically, it's a new thing that they're trying, a new fad basically to try and appease football fans. They're cracking down on dissent and things like that, but it's not. It's the way they're doing it is not going to work. If they really wanted to crack down, in terms of dissent, if they really wanted to crack down on dissent, they would have stuck by the rule they put in place back in the summer, which was to be more hard up, and any back chat, like it was we saw in the Community Shield and the first 2 weeks of the season, any sort of back chat or dissent in any way from the players or the coach, the managers on the sidelines, you're being booked straight away. There's no if, buts, or maybes. But the fact that I called it back then in the summer when I said they'll do this for a few weeks and it'll die off, it'd be back to normal like it has been for years and years and years. What's happened after 3 or 4 weeks? It died off, and we just see week in, week out now what we've seen for year in, year out in terms of players effing and blinding the front of the ref. Minutes just effing and blinding on the sidelines, getting most of them getting away with it, unless they're called Mikel Arteta apparently.
Yeah.
And what was it, man? Just a reference on me. To back me up on this is the Man City Tottenham situation when Haaland and his teammates got around the referee when the ref pulled play back. They were shouting and screaming, effing and blinding in his face during the rest of that game and afterwards. And Harold Webb and all that, and because it was a mistake made by the ref, a genuine mistake. Harold Webb and the cronies justified it. That's not helping, is it? You're putting rules in place because of X, Y, and Z, i.e. Mikel Arteta. You dictate, and they literally use Mikel Arteta as an example of why they're bringing in certain rules. You use them rules, you stand by them rules for 3 or 4 weeks, then they're just there on paper, they're just words because you don't follow them up for the rest of the season. And that's another reason why this blue card thing won't take off. It won't work because it'll be a fad of it's a new shiny toy for 2 or 3 weeks, and then it'll be back to normal. But la 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 la. You're telling me where to stick it, are you? You're telling me this, you're telling me that, you're being this and that. Like, really going in, like, very personal. Okay, no worries. Let's go down that route again.
Well, it's all too inconsistent now, isn't it? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's a simplified version of what they're trying to introduce. And yeah, it's a disaster waiting to happen. It's definitely one of the panels. As I say, it's not me. I know it's not Ange. If it continues, do we know who it is? But yeah, if it stopped, if it now stops our world doing this, we also know who it is.
Yeah, without naming anyone, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my alarm is right now. I've got one out in the hallway, and I'm sure I haven't even got a battery in it showing on me because I'm only in a week flat. And the other one's right by me, so gosh, it drives me insane.
I've got one just outside my door here, and one in the kitchen, and they've both got their new batteries recently, so there's no issue there.
Yeah, no.
Me anyway.
No, I'm a bit.
No.
I definitely know if it was my one.
Yeah, I think
I think we've eliminated that one without saying anything.
Yeah, not without saying anything. I think we figured it out. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Sorry, my voice is. I've got lurgy and feeling sorry for myself. But it's nearly the weekend. Yay! So I can rest up. More importantly,
it's still winter. It's okay. It's still the winter.
Yeah, I know.
Still bugs going about, so it's all.
Yeah, I know. Children, the daughter, she's on antibiotics now. Well, she works with young people, and yeah, nightmare. But as long as I'm good for the match, the big match that I'm going to.
Yeah, Russ, we were trying to be subtle, but okay, Russ, yeah.
Yeah, okay, Russ, yeah. Too funny.
We're trying not to dig the person out, but go ahead, Russ.
Yeah. Just been named and shamed, right?
Oh, dear. He's had a busy day, that's what I'm saying, so leave him alone.
Yeah, he did, bless him. He had a lot of running around because, he had a lot of running around.
Health situations and all that, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And it's sort of like every other Thursday he can get his business done, and I forget that actually. Yeah.
That's why I was in the group chat earlier saying I'm not having to go at you or him because I know obviously you was working. I know you're hosting anyway, and I know he has his Thursday stuff, so I know he's busy with that. So I know he's always on here. So yeah, it's more so others. Yeah, it's more so others that just saw it and just went, yeah. And I was like, really?
We're all good.
Not really. Well,
I'll just throw it in. We'll be back on the airways next Thursday, hopefully, with a fantastic 2 wins.
Hopefully, with an FA Cup win. And plus, hopefully, we'll know by then either the game's gone ahead and been played or it's been rearranged. And we'll know the date by then. either way.
Yeah.
So we either have 2 wins under our belt or 1 win.
Well, do we know tomorrow about the game?
I'd assume so. I've been at Friday. If the game is going to happen on Wednesday next week, I'd say they'll probably make an announcement tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning lunchtime, they'll make an announcement. If it's not going to be happening next week, we won't get an announcement until Monday. I'd assume because if they leave it till Monday, it's too short of a notice for anyone that's got tickets, especially it being Valentine's as well. If it was to be on Wednesday, to be able to confirm they can go to it or not. If they can't go to it, move their tickets on that under 48 hours. So it'd have to be tomorrow, the announcement itself. You'd think anyway.
If I do, I get to see Beth Mead on Valentine. Yay!
I think Viv might have something to say about that, but anyway.
How tall is Aussie Ange? Is he quite tall?
No, I'll say he's that. I mean, I say about height-wise, about the same height as me, if not shorter. I'm 6'1", 6'2". I say that's 5'9", 6", something like that. I wouldn't say he's tall, no.
Well, I'm only 5'3", and it was a half, but I think I've lost that half. Yeah, no, that's all told to me. No, I was just curious. I was just curious about that.
Anyone's tall enough for you, Troy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, do you know Aussie Ange? Okay, that could be interesting.
Yeah,
right, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Yep. Oh, and well, we could have a watch along tomorrow, couldn't we? There's no.
Yeah, the game does go ahead. There's no waterlogged pitch at Boreham Wood on tomorrow night. We'll have a under 21 watch on Arsenal Leeds. It's a bit of a special one. Try and get Tom on as well. He's not working. Saturday is match of the day because there's no Arsenal at all on Saturday. So it's just match of the day on Saturday. And then I'm trying to think now. Sunday, again, assuming the game goes ahead and weather and all that, we've got early kick-off, 12 o'clock go live, 12:30 kick-off of the Arsenal v Man City FA Cup 4th round tie. Hoping to keep up our hold over Man City at home and go through and proceed through to the next round of the FA Cup. And then literally in the same stream as one ends, we'll switch straight over to the men's team against West Ham. And then give me a few hours, go to eat, chill and all that. I will then be back for the AFCON final between Nigeria and Ivory Coast. And then off for a couple of hours and then back again because it's been demanded in the group chat for the Super Bowl finale.
Oh, wow.
I
don't do Super Bowl. Definitely not Super Bowl.
And to put it into perspective, the Super Bowl wise, it's going to be 6 o'clock in the morning for me. So I get to bed.
Oh my gosh.
So Sunday's going to be there because they're behind us massively in hours wise. So it'll be what time they get kick off. That will be a normal time for them in the evening. It's going to be like what time it ends and all that because they have a half-time show as well, which is like half hour, 40 minutes long or whatever. It's been this one the other because they have to get the players off, set the stage up on the pitch, get the act on, do the act, get everyone off. There's about a half hour of a thing now. I don't know who's doing it this year, but with a half-time show, and you got the second half of the third and fourth quarters. So you were looking around probably 3 or 4 in the morning, depending on how many times out and this, that, and the other. So
definitely
for a sport that has 2 halves split into 4 segments of 15 minutes a segment, it takes a long bloody time to get through it. Bloody it drags on a bit, trust me.
Oh, wow. Oh, what's that saying? Usher.
Usher, apparently. Oh, there's Usher doing it this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Also, he's in Vegas as well, so their timeline, their time frame, and whatever. But yeah, so long Sunday for me, very long Sunday, and then obviously we'll spend most of the day in bed on Monday, and obviously doing the podcast for the men's reaction to the men's game on Monday. Woohoo! Yay! I'm gonna be dead.
Yeah, you will. Oh, bless.
I'll be on my knees. But anyway, we'll wrap things up. I'll let you do what you got to sign off. But yeah.
Okay, guys. We've lost Emerson along the way, bless. That said, Thursday show will be back next Thursday. Hopefully, things will more be in place and we can hopefully talk about some massively good wins and what have you. Thank you so much. And see you all in the chat for all these watch-alongs, and it's all good.
No gambling, remember? Any gambling, Ange will be on you.
Oh yeah. Actually, were they gambling tonight? I can't really see a lot of.
No, it's just a couple heists, not gambling them because no bets on.
No.
I don't bet an open, so no gambling tonight. They're all good.
Okay,
Listeners ain't
that's
got a
good.
clue, by the way. The listeners will listen to this back on Spotify or whatever platform they listen to this on. They'll be like, what the fuck are they on about gambling for?
Yeah, I know. It's not right. And if I'm really sorry, I forget that. I need to make this clear. It is not betting with real money. Let me say that. And this is all just a bit of fun. So it's not real money. There's no Tony business going on here. Thank you.
Nothing untoward here. We're not encouraging any loss of money or nothing. It's all fake money.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just to clarify.
I gain nothing. The viewers gain nothing. It's all a bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially when the games are 0-0 and all that. It's dragging on a bit. It's something to have a bit of fun with.
Oh, I get that. Actually, I'll tell you what did before I let you go. What did make me smile was Gary last week. That cheered me up in the men's game other than the win. And I thought, I have to back you on that, Ryan. And I'd be just as bad as you. Yeah, we're not going to see any good in Raya, are we? That gave me a chuckle. That did cheer me up.
Just to be for the viewers that the listeners that ain't got a clue what's going on here. Basically, when Arsenal conceded that goal, I'm saying, to be clear and justifiable, I'm calling that. I did not mention Raya once in terms of him being at fault for the goal. I said it was almost a lever. What the hell is he doing? Why did he not hoof it out for at least a corner? This, that, and the other. I think someone in the Russ or someone in the chat mentioned Raya. There's a Raya sort of needs to take some responsibility as well for that. Which I watched back and he should have done. He was a bit watching it back in highlights and all that. He was hesitant. He did sort of come out, go back, come out. It was, by the time he committed, in the end, it was too late. So that, yes. But in the moment, I'm only blaming Saliba in the moment of the game, like he was. But because someone mentioned Raya, I got fucking attacked. The entire half-time segment basically was just Gary going at me because I wasn't defending Raya. I'm like, hang on.
In fairness, you did not say his name for a change.
Hang on, Gary. I'm not the one that mentioned it. Someone else mentioned his name. I'm blaming. I've literally 3 or 4 times. Gary, I'm blaming Saliba. Leave me alone. But watching it back.
Just be fair though, we're really not fans of Raya. Sorry.
But watching it back, Raya did mess up as well. Saliba takes some responsibility, but Raya needs to take some as well. Because as I say, I watched it back a few times in the highlights. He comes out, goes back, and when he finally decides to commit, it's too late. And the ball being played across, and then that whole situation happens. So Raya does have to take some responsibility there. So Gary, if you listen to this and watch this, go watch the game back and then come back to me.
Oh dear, too funny. Right, guys, we've let you go because Liam's one must have started by now. And then, 10 o'clock, isn't it, for Mr. Tom's
show,
what's he doing on Thursday? I always forget. Is that
I'll double check. I think it's his wrestling one, I think.
Yeah, it's the wrestling one, isn't it?
I think it's the wrestling one today, and I think he only does these ones on Sunday.
These on Sunday. Okay, right.
It's these ones on a Sunday, and that's more of a roundup of the whole week. So they're doing different shows and this and that. He does no matter how many games are in that week, he'll brand up in one big show, basically.
Okay. Right, folks. Thank you so much. So see you all again very soon, possibly tomorrow, for a watch along. Thank you. Night, folks. Bye.